I am a YouTuber, but I'm gonna mute you for a bit, bro. I'm recording. Shut up. Okay, now I'm a YouTuber, but there's Pokemon cards and Pokemon cards. Okay, but basically, you know the Pokemon TCG, right? I know it, you know it, this dude in the party knows it, your mum knows it. We've all collected some cards. Well, today, I am here to explain the Pokemon trading card game to you and your family members. So, there'll never be a Pokemon TCG collecting guide that truly covers everything. Like, there never will be. So I'm just going to give you all my info. Then you may want it to. It might do in one way or another. But they are all lacking something. But that doesn't mean you should click off this video. In fact, it means the opposite. Why? Because in admitting that this article, in this video, lacks something, you can more easily be pushed in a direction finding that something. By the way, guys, do not subscribe to Sharktooth. It'll give you a virus.
No,
Sharktooth gives you a virus. He has it now. Shut up now. I'm just going to mute you. Now, the Pokemon TCG collecting is not straightforward, it's personal, and the process, it changes a lot depending on your intentions. A competitive player, for example, will have a vastly different outlook on which cards are valuable and which are not. When compared to a collector, even a collector could entail countless types of people. Dude, it's a fucking TCG, I'm muting him. Mute him. A vastly different outlook on what cards are valuable and which are not. When compared to the collector, even a collector can entail countless types of people. Some may only collect a particular set from their childhood. Others might collect anything in the world. But the fine details of something we'll take a look at later. For now, let's start at the beginning and define two important categories: collectors and competitive players. Part 1. Collectors. Starting off simply, collectors are usually the people that collect TCG cards. Usually people who collect the Pokemon TCG have a goal in mind. It's not always clear, but generally driven by personal taste. You may want to collect every card in a set, you might be collecting particular cards that you like. Either way, collectors are just that, collectors. Yep, that's true. No. Chapter 2. Competitive players. On the other hand, competitive players are a little different to collectors. Rather than purely collecting cards, competitive players are usually known to be used in the G or game part of TCG. This usually means they're on the lookout for the most useful cards to use in play. And this often means that they're the most powerful too. As you probably guessed, the most powerful cards tend to be rare and hard to find, which places them in especially high demand, as collectors want them for their rarity and competitive players need them. I am not touching. I'll be right back, everybody. I've unmuted.
Oh, what?
I'm not. The Pokemon, dude, I'm explaining the Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah,
It was alright, you're stupid. On the other hand, competitive players are a little different, like, to collectors. Rather than, like, you know, purely collecting them, competitive players are collecting them to be used in the G, or game, part of the TCG. This usually means they're on the lookout for the most powerful and useful cards in the play. And this often means that the most powerful is, you know, they tend to be rare and hard to find, which places them in especially high demand, as collectors want them for their rarity, and competitive players need them to win. Understandably, collectors and competitive players overlap more often than not, so it's normal to be both. That also means a bigger commitment to collecting the TCG. Now, all this talk about deafening things is making it sound much more serious than the Pokemon TCG collecting really is. But it is important to mention because it'll make things clearer when you set out buying things. You don't have to be buying just any product because people, like, because different products attract different people. Look. Except you really don't need to decide anything now. And the best method to start your journey is go out there and have fun and discover the TCG for yourself. What? Like when you decide what to really go away from muting, I'm blocking you after this.
no.
Toffee, thank you. Except you really don't need to decide anything now. And the best method to start your journey is go out there. Have fun and discover the TCG for yourself.
There you go.
I'm blocking you, Pro. When you do decide to really understand what... Guys, let's just block him. You're seeing it live, everybody. When you decide to really understand I'm not what you have gotten. I literally have my button on the block right now. If you do it again, I'll click the button. The basics of Pokemon cards can be placed into three categories. Pokemon cards, trading cards, and Pokemon cards, I suggest, are the cards with active Pokemon. These cards are at the forefront of collecting and playing the game. Let's take the Pikachu card as an example. Pikachu, as you can see here, is a type of Pokemon card that you find yourself coming for a lot. So right, let's break it down. Rarity. Pro!
Yeah.
Probably the most important part of the card for people is what it says, or more specifically shows. At the bottom right-hand corner, the first symbol to the right is the set that this Pikachu card came from. You can get to later. Guys, you know what, let's just leave and then... Right, Pro, you know I have my little button on top over the block. Right. Right. I have my hand on the X button and it's over block.
Why?
Because you won't shut the fuck up. You literally are. Shit. You will. Wait. Well, that's basically TCG Explained Part 1. We're doing Part 2 soon, and when Part 2 happens, I will be alone. Bye. Guys, say a last bye for us.
Wait, what?
Say bye to them.
Oh, bye. And
Part 2 coming out next 2 hours.
I don't think anyone